Yeah, good afternoon, everybody. This is Tony Fapiano. What'd you think of that opening, guys? I'm with my fellow Rotarians, and we're here to promote, actually, our annual road race coming up on New Year's Day, the Frosty 5K and Health Walk, is it?
And Health Walk.
And Health Walk. Let me begin by introducing the people on the set right now. We have Mike Sinclair, Rick Maynard, and Steve Dudley. They have been and are the co-chairs of the Frosty 5K, and you guys have been doing this for as long as I can remember. And with any luck, we've done this interview now a number of years. I mean, it's got to be approaching double digits now, at least, that we've done this interview. You probably have all the information down pat, right?
Pretty close.
All right, let's start with the easy questions. This is the Frosty 5K, New Year's Day. What day of the year does this race come up, Mike?
You know, Tony, you ask this every year, and sometimes I stumble on this one, but it is January 1st.
January, all right. And why don't you start with the basic information so everybody understands what we're talking about, when it is. And I think a lot of people, probably in Guilford at least, are aware of the road race or have participated in some way or another or have relatives that have. But you're going to promote this outside of Guilford as well, as I understand it.
Well, as Rick will tell you, in past races, we've gotten people from all over the shoreline and from something like 48 of the 50-some states. We get a pretty broad group of people who come in. So the particulars on the race are, it is New Year's Day. We step off the line, the start-finish line. We start the race at 11 o'clock, and it is a 5K road race, and it's a 2K health walk. So the health walk run goes off with the race, but it runs a slightly different route, so it comes in a little bit quicker. It's a little shorter route. Okay, now in terms of 5K, is that, you guys are all runners or you're probably not a runner anymore, right, Steve?
No.
Actually, I see you walking quite a bit, though. But you guys all were runners at one time or another, maybe still are. Is the 5K the typical distance for this type of a fundraiser event that you see around the shoreline?
No, I wouldn't say it's typical. I mean, there are a lot of 5Ks. There are 10-milers, there are 5-milers, there are half marathons, there are full marathons.
In terms of miles, what's 5K?
What is it, Rick?
3.1.
Yeah, 3.1 miles.
Yeah, but Tony, I think though it is. I agree with Mike. Not necessarily a typical race, but it's a distance that a lot of runners can do. Even people who are not serious runners, they can do this a lot easier than, back when I was running a little more competitively. 10K was the main race at that time, which is 6.2 miles. This is half of that. So a lot more people can do a 3.1 mile race than can do a 10K race.
Okay, and in terms of what this is all about, this is actually a fun morning, I think. I mean, to do this on New Year's Day, to have that many people show up and do everything that you guys do before, during, and after the race. It's a lot of fun for everybody to participate. But I think beyond that, what we need to keep in mind is that it is a major fundraiser for the Guilford Rotary Club.
Yes, it is. The proceeds of the race go to the Memorial Educational Fund, which is part of Rotary, which offers scholarships and no-interest loans to people seeking additional education. This can be people looking for additional job training. It can be for college-bound students. It can be for grad students. So we have a whole range of people that we help with the Memorial Ed Fund. And then some of the proceeds actually go to the Rotary General Fund for other works that we do in the community and around the world.
Okay, talk about the walking part of this, because I think, I'm a walker basically, and there's a lot of people that walk in the morning. Why would somebody want to participate in an organized event like this versus just walking around town? I mean, what's the motivation for being a part of this?
Rick likes to talk about family participation. I think he'd be a good one to answer that question.
Pass the buck.
Yeah, I'm definitely passing the buck.
Steve! Yeah, no, I think that, our emphasis with this race has always been, New Year's Day, New Year's resolutions, people putting, the resolutions out, hey, I'm going to, do something for physical fitness, and we say, okay, the day after New Year's Day Eve, go ahead. We're giving you an opportunity to take that step toward better health. Come out with your family, walk, run, or whatever, and make a commitment to get out and do something healthy. And what better way to start that on the very first day of the year? And so the walk part of it, I think a lot of it's the camaraderie. I mean, people, it's just fun walking with a group of people. You see mothers or fathers with kids, babies and strollers and dogs and, everything going on the walk part of it. And, there's the great breakfast brunch we have afterwards that everybody can participate in. So
I noticed on your website, this is the 27th annual.